That's the really difficult resource to acquire, is being around positive people, powerful people, people that really get things done, and people that are motivating, and people that are really exciting. That's because so many people half-ass things. So many people do just enough, just barely enough.
Yep.
You're supposed to go all the way. You go 3/4 of the way. You know, so many people just, they don't. But if you're around someone who really gets after it and really is enthusiastic and really is powerful and very positive, then it's contagious.
It literally is. It's infectious, and it makes something mundane honestly fun too.
Yeah.
And especially if you respect each other, then it just like it really compounds. And so important. Like even at this stage, like I say, for newer, younger entrepreneurs or people trying to be content creators or friend groups, everything, even at the stage I'm at, it really is, because you are like, you think, speak, talk, act like the people you're around. And like they say, show me the 5 people you're around the most, I'll show you what your future is. And it applies at every level, you know?
Yeah.
And so you just
My
have
friend
to always be
Brian
conscious.
Simpson has a great saying. He says, you can't be your own boss and be a shitty employee.
Wait, elaborate on that.
So if you work for yourself, if like you're the one who's out there doing it, like, so you don't work for anybody, but you also can't be a fucking lazy half-ass employee. He's like, you can't be both things. He goes, if you're going to be your own boss, you better be a great employee. And I was like, oh shit, like you can't be your own boss and a shitty employee.
Yeah.
Like if you are going to work for yourself, you got to get some shit done, because that's a very rare position, to be a person that works for themselves.
Yeah.
Do the thing you actually love to do.
Yeah.
And I think one of the things that's really powerful about this time, as opposed to any other time in history, is that there's so many conversations like this, where you get to hear from a guy like you who is doing that. So people, young people who are listening to this right now, they listen to you like, this fucking MrBeast is just getting after it, man. I want to do that. And instead of like hanging out with your friend who just gets stoned and plays Call of Duty all day and is always complaining about everything in his life, but meanwhile he doesn't do anything. You're like, that's not how I want to think and behave. But that guy is. And so you get examples outside of your own personal social circle, because maybe they don't know a MrBeast. Maybe they don't know someone who's out there doing whatever they want to do with their life, but they get examples of it online, and they can listen to these people talk, and they can get inspired.
Exactly. And I would assume you have a lot of parents who watch these that, you know, have kids, and I would encourage the parents to, like, the last 3 minutes of what he just said there, like, maybe play that for your kids. And I can, like, go on top of it to say, because I agree, I don't think enough young people get exposure to this kind of mindset that, you know, it really is time, friend group, you know, iterations on certain thing, and consuming all knowledge available. It's those 4 things. Then do those 4 things, and like you'll make it further than you can imagine. And like, you know, there's outliers. Like this is what like skews a lot of people's perceptions. They'll find an outlier of like, well, this person became very hyper successful in this thing, but they didn't do those 4 things. And there's outliers everywhere. But if you look at statistically the average, right, the person listening to this, you're not going to be this 1 in a million freak outlier. Statistically, you know, if you want to make a good income doing something you're not currently doing, and you're not currently very knowledgeable in it or have much experience, it's just those 4 things. Find those people, put in the time, but it's like if you just listen to every Joe Rogan podcast, you're not going to be a great podcaster. So it's time plus iterations, right? You would have to go do, an example of that would be do 500 mock podcasts while also consuming all of Joe Rogan's podcasts, right? So you're doing both while also consuming all knowledge available about podcasts, while also surrounding yourself with other people who want to be podcasts. And then yes, this podcast might have blown up in a year, but statistically that's not going to happen, right? You have to give yourself, like, the average might be 4 or 5 years. And some people like me take 10 years. And you just have to be so in love with the journey that you're cool with it. You're just like, I'm just going to do it till it works out. And, you know, it could be as soon as this. More than likely it'll be here, but there's a chance it could be there. And if that freaks you out and then scares you, then you probably don't love it enough. But if you're like, well, I'll have fun while I'm doing it, then yeah, do those 4 things over the long horizon. And, you know, again, you probably won't make $100 million, but if you want to make $100,000 a year or whatever, it's not out of the realm of possibility. And just those sentences alone, for a young person, when they hear it, it opens like a third eye in their mind, where they've just been told their whole life, go to college, get a job. This doesn't even exist to them, you know?
Yeah.